Yo, welcome back, guys, to the 157 show. Once again, my name is Jonathan. Sitting over here is, I guess it's not Auburn Austin anymore. It's just Austin.
After that, it's Austin.
I mean, what we discussed why it's just Austin now in the last video.
Yeah, you
so,
make sure to check that video out.
Yeah, for sure. We'll make sure to put that one up in one of these corners over here. You can click on that pretty quickly.
I'm glad Jonathan edits because I have no idea. I see people doing it on YouTube.
It's one of these. I gotta figure out which one's which. But guys, in this video, we're gonna be talking about week 5, which is Alabama versus Ole Miss, big time game, and then Auburn versus LSU, another big time game.
LSU week, baby.
Jesus, but
we're gonna need it after the way we play versus Georgia State.
I'm fixing to say, y'all gonna need something. But no, this is some big time games for both teams. I think this is definitely gonna be game changing, more or less, for the season, how the season goes. First. Really and truly, I wouldn't say first real test for you guys, but for Alabama, I think it's the first true real test other than Florida. The first, I mean, in the West Division. But Ole Miss is a team that a lot of people are pretty high on. Matt Corral, he is tied, from what I understand, with Bryce Young for the Heisman race.
I actually saw that he was.
Is he ahead?
Yeah, it's like an edge. Like,
okay,
so it's not enough to make a difference. But yeah,
some of the things I'm seeing is this game is the clear. It's the clear. It makes the clear front runner. It depends on how. I mean, and truth be told, that's not necessarily the case, because what if Ole Miss wins but Bryce Young shows out better than Matt Corral? I mean, what happens with that? But no, I mean it's a big time game, and I'm pretty excited for it. Ole Miss again is a great team, good quarterback play, and running backs. We've had some trouble stopping the rush here this season, it seems like. So I'm hoping we can roll in the defense that we brought for Southern Miss into this and, stop their rushing attack. And we know Lane Kiffin's going to put up points, offensive guru. He's just, phenomenal at what he does. So.
Well, Saban kind of paid homage to Kiffin this week, saying that it was, 1, the best offense in college football, and 2, it was the most improved defense from last year.
Well, and
if I'm not mistaken,
again,
that's what he said.
I'm going to say this, and it may bite me, but who have they necessarily played?
Hey, to be fair, I get bit like the last 2 episodes.
I know. This may be my time to get bit.
Make it a hot take then.
I'm just saying, hot take. But no, I think it's going to be a good game. I'm hoping it's not a shootout like it was last year. Last year it was back and forth, big time nail biter from me, because I'm telling you, I was looking at this. I'm like, oh my God, we are fixing to lose. Thank God we had the top 3 guys in the Heisman race, on our team. I'm just saying, we used every bit of them.
Well, people are going to think I'm addicted to betting, and I do like to look at the over-under and the spread and stuff, but I know you're saying you hope it's not a shootout, but the over-under at the time of recording is 78 points.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, it's...
And Alabama almost put that up last year.
I'm just saying that most of the time, these Vegas odds makers are pretty damn close to what happens. It blows my mind how it happens that way, but they're pretty close. And I'm hoping it's not that. I'm hoping we have a somewhat defensive game on our end. I'd like to see like a 42-21, maybe 42-17, something like that. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd like to see it. I can wish.
So
I'm just saying.
Talking about defense last year, there was no defense really, because it was over 600 yards of offense for Ole Miss, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. And then it was over 700 yards of offense for Alabama. And
our best playmaker that night was their center that fumbled the snap on 3rd down. It made them kick the field goal instead of scoring a touchdown. I'm just saying that was our best defensive play, was their offensive mess up.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
I'll tell you something that's interesting, that I was watching the 247 with Josh Pate kind of during lunch day, and he brought up a stat that Ole Miss. Oh man, we're going to have to edit this if I goof it up. So Alabama only left 41 yards on the field.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like they had...
I think I remember reading something like that.
Yeah, it was something absurd, like 92%.
Right.
I'm going to quote him with that. But it was 41 yards were left on the field. Otherwise, it was a perfect game.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much, and like I said, just came directly from him, but it was one of those where he said they're playing versus air in the SEC.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one, like, and I told you in this last episode that, Lane Kiffin and Saban, when they met for the handshake after the game, that it was, Lane Kiffin said, I hope, I thought they played defense in the SEC. I mean, and again, that's not a dig at him or a dig at Saban. It's just the way the game went.
Yeah.
Offense took over.
So approaching this game is the running back, Robinson.
Brian Robinson.
Will he be playing? Has anything been released?
At the time that I saw this, it was day to day, and they're hoping for 100%. But if he's not, I think Jason McClellan is a safe backup that can come in and run the ball effectively. And he's made some plays, so I'm comfortable with him being in the game as well. May see some Trey Sanders, which we haven't seen much of, but we may see some Trey Sanders and some Roydell Williams, which is, to me, I think he's a freshman, but the dude is built like a man. I mean, like a big, strong man. I mean, I'm just saying.
Let's just say built like an ox or something.
He's built like an ox, bro. I'm telling you, dude, he's something else. But I mean, I'm comfortable with all those guys, really. I mean, there's not a preference right now. Nobody's really stood out and said, "Damn, I like that guy."
All right. So, did you know that this is the 69th meeting?
I did not. That's interesting too. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just,
and it's two Heisman contenders.
Yeah.
With Matt Corral, right?
Yep.
And then Bryce Young. And then you have obviously the storyline. Besides, the whole thing going on with Auburn, you have the storyline of Saban versus a Saban disciple.
Right. And he, again, if I remember right, he's 21-0 against his former assistants.
Yeah, something up there.
It's
21,
something like
23. Something.
Now, don't get me wrong.
He's undefeated versus.
Don't get me wrong. Eventually, he's going to lose to one.
He
one
loses
of them.
an assistant every year.
I mean, eventually he's going to lose to, and they all end up in the SEC, who we play all the time. Jimbo, Kirby,
Dan Mullen.
No, Dan Mullen's not.
No.
Kirby, Lane Kiffin. There was at one time there was another one. I think it was Will Muschamp. I'm thinking. There was a couple others.
There's one that was at the bottom
Tennessee.
of the list. I saw that too.
Not Josh Heupel, but
Jeremy Pruitt
was there. I mean, you keep stacking them like they do, and I mean, good Lord. I mean, eventually somebody's going to beat him.
Saban's coaching tree is just like Genghis Khan's family lineage.
It's grown tremendously.
Just keeps spreading across the world.
I mean, but overall, I mean, it's going to be a big time story if and when he does lose to an assistant. It's going to be a big time story
for the week.
And it's going to be the downfall of the dynasty. Saban's losing his touch. Yada yada yada. That's all you're going to hear.
Speaking of downfall of dynasty, Clemson. I'm not going to class him as a dynasty, but
yeah. Listen, we're going to make a whole other episode on that stuff later.
Yeah,
we'll rant and raving, boys, rant and raving. But I mean, it's going to be a good game, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping again there's not some blowout or back and forth game. No offense. For each team 100%, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm excited. So
before we move on, I'll say this. Do you think Alabama will cover the spread? -14.5.
No.
I think they will.
I don't.
All right. Do you think Alabama's going to win?
Yes.
Me too.
I think Alabama's going to win, and it's going to be a good win against a quality team, and just move on to after that. I mean, Ole Miss isn't going to drop that much. If they do lose, they're not going to drop that much. I think they're 12 or 13.
They'll drop to 15.
It's a quality loss to the number one team in the country. I mean,
Auburn had a good quality loss to Penn State.
And Florida that lost it, and they didn't move. Florida lost to Alabama, and they did not drop.
They didn't drop. I thought they dropped to one.
They did not drop. And I mean, that's what happens when you play number one team, and especially if you play them close, you're not going to drop.
Yeah.
I mean,
real close. 2 yards close, about to go into overtime.
Yeah, I was going to say something, but I'll say that for another rant and raving episode.
Sounds good.
So,
more content for you guys.
Yes, more content coming.
And girls.
Yes, everyone. I don't care who you are. But I mean, again, great game coming up. I'm happy for it. I think it's a 2:30 game.
Yeah, 2:30.
So CBS too. So great.
Speaking of 2:30, Auburn plays at 8:00. Well, it may be. I'm not sure.
And they're away, right? They're playing at
Baton Rouge.
See, and I don't think Auburn's won there, have they? Isn't that a thing, or do they win?
Yeah, no. They haven't won since 1999.
That's big. That's a big.
So
deal.
there's players on this team. I would assume. I'm just
not even born.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's phenomenal in itself, honestly.
It's impressive.
I told you in the last episode. That's why I had something feeling that they're going to win. Then that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, going into Auburn, I think that's going to be. It's going to be a tough task. Death Valley at night is kind of crazy. Kind of wild.
Yeah, so just a couple stats about LSU. They lead the SEC in sacks with 18.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're beating out Georgia by 4 sacks, I believe.
Dang.
Yeah.
And Georgia's defense is solid. I didn't know that.
Stout.
I didn't know that.
But they also played second string earlier, too. So.
Right. Okay.
LSU's favored. I'm assuming that's just because it's the home field advantage.
Right.
I mean that's really it's like -3.5 at the time of recording. So
Okay.
I'm assuming that's strictly the home field advantage.
I can't remember what they give you.
I think it's like 3 or 5.
Yeah,
It's like a field goal or 5,
yeah.
somewhere in that area. So that makes sense. And then you got the QB controversy, which we kind of discussed in the week 4 review. You said Bo Nix is going to start. I was leaning towards it last week, middle of the week. I'm kind of saying Finley. What a storyline, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you take a team that hasn't won in Baton Rouge since 1999, we walloped them last year in Auburn, 48-11, I believe. Then you come in with that quarterback that you walloped, or well, he may have been injured. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But you bring that quarterback in, and he starts.
Right.
He wins the game.
I mean,
You talk about It's Bo Nix's team.
yeah.
It will not.
It's
be
not.
Bo.
If he
not
wins
be.
it for them, it won't be. It will not be Bo Nix team.
But I think if Finley doesn't get the start, and he comes in during the game, it's still going to be his team from that point moving forward.
Yeah.
This is Bo's third year.
Yeah. You got to show some improvement.
You got to show some improvement.
Passing the ball, stuff like that. You got to.
Yeah. This game is real big for the Harsin era.
Yeah.
This is his first true away game in the SEC. You know, he played at Penn State, which was a great game. Played them close.
First opening ACC game for him.
Yeah, first SEC game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it's away.
again, that's
And it's the 20-year dry streak. You know, last time the Auburn went there, they blew a 20-point lead. I was there. Met a guy in a Walmart parking lot like 12 a.m. They bought tickets. Yeah, man.
that's kind of the shady, but I mean, you
We'll
got in, so
We'll
I
tell
mean,
that story real quick.
yeah.
So, like, I get off work, I closed at the store that night, and like 10 o'clock, get home, and this guy's like, I got tickets for sale. I messaged him. I was still on Facebook back then. He said, yeah, I'll meet you in the parking, or I'll sell it to you. I said, all right, where you live at? He said, Wetumpka. I said, all right, well, where can we meet at? Oh, damn, Wetumpka. I just gave away where we live at.
it'll be all right.
Yeah, whatever. So he said he'll meet me there, and I said, all right, we'll meet at the Walmart parking lot. So I meet this cat in the Walmart parking lot at like 12 o'clock at night. Wake Jesse up to get money because I was too broke at the time. Go to the ATM, get the money, meet this guy. Wake up at 3 a.m. to drive to Baton Rouge because it's like 11 a.m. kickoff because Auburn sucked that year.
Jeez.
And then we blew the 20-point lead.
Was it worth it in the end?
Yeah, I got some good pictures.
I mean, hey.
It was pretty rough.
That's a game that I like to go to, a stadium I like to go to at night. I mean, the atmosphere.
Yeah, we weren't at night, but like I said, but it was still cool. We made the 6-hour drive over there, blew a 20-point lead, and then made the 6-hour drive back.
Same day.
War Eagle.
Commitment, huh?
Commitment. But I will say this: LSU fan did give me a free beer, so I'll give it to them.
Hey,
I had a great time. They were very friendly. They were very nice.
Most of them.
Yeah. I mean, you're always gonna have bad.
Always.
Apples.
Every team has its bad fan base.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm trying to think of my true feelings for this game because I mean I'm hoping for Odron, but simply because this is his team. This is the team he grew up watching and you know was always wanting to be the head coach for LSU, and technically he's on the hot seat, I guess, in a way.
No, I will say he's officially on the hot seat.
And you know, I like the guy. To me, I think he's a decent guy. He has issues like everyone else does. Is in big time positions, but I think he's an good guy, and he's straight
games,
though. He's straight to the point about everything he says to his players, and I think a lot of guys that can't take, you know, blunt. I mean,
society can't take that.
No,
so it is what it is.
I mean, it's I think just from what I've seen, I like him. I don't know him personally, but I like from what I see and hear. So I'm hoping for the best for him, but we'll see. I mean, hopefully it'll be a good game. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, either team wins, but I'm hoping for a good game.
Did you say I hope either team wins?
Yeah.
Well, one of them is going to win, man.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
All right, I'm hoping for a good game from either team is probably what I meant to say.
Oh.
But no, I mean, again, I think it's going to be a good game overall.
So I'm going to ask you, who do you think is going to win?
LSU.
Okay. Now I want you to ask me who's going to win.
Who's going to win?
The Tigers.
Roll Tide.
It's an elephant. War Eagle. I think it's going to be the Auburn Tigers. Yep. The curse ends
Close.
here. Yeah.
Late field goal, maybe? Or
Hopefully.
late touchdown?
Well, not hopefully. No, I want it to be a blowout. But hopefully it's Auburn and we're kicking a field goal to win the game. Or scoring a touchdown. We're like, Finley, 98-yard drive. Again. Back-to-back.
Against
weeks.
LSU.
Against LSU.
Story making.
The field that he played on last year.
Story making.
Story making. Heisman moment.
I don't know about that.
No way.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. So I think Tigers going to win. I'm going to go with the Auburn Tigers, though.
Nice.
Yep.
I mean, I don't expect you to go any different on it. Honestly, I don't.
No, I mean,
I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying, as evenly matched as these teams seem to be, or it's
by Vegas odds too.
Yeah.
I do have the orange and blue glasses on there, and I will have to later in the season say that I think Auburn's going to lose. And I'm planning on doing that. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I have a good feeling about this team. I'm very confident in this team. I know that Harsin isn't afraid to hurt feelings because he benched Bo Nix last week. He put in TJ Finley.
He said he don't care who your daddy is.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care who your daddy is. He's playing.
So that's what I'm saying. He's not afraid to hurt feelings. He's going to do what's best for this team. He's going to go to Baton Rouge and win. War Eagle.
Okay, now what does the offense do? Are they pass heavy? Are they, run the ball? I mean, what? How are they going to win this game against an LSU defense that sacked whatever that stat was? You said 18 times.
Well, I hope they run the ball. I'm a big fan of running the ball until they're able to pass, and then just kind of opening it up from there and given what the defense gives you.
So you're hoping the running backs run?
Yeah, I'm big on these running backs. I think this is one of the best tandems in the SEC for sure, and I'd say arguably in the country.
Right.
I'm that high on them.
Yeah.
But like I said, orange and blue glasses. I'll admit it.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, man. I mean, I think it's gonna be great games overall for the whole weekend across the board. I mean, Arkansas, Georgia.
You're starting SEC.
Great games across the board and outside SEC too in general. Michigan and Wisconsin being one. I definitely got my own just because I want to know who sucks more. I mean, just saying. But I mean, we'll watch them. Make sure we keep an eye on them, and
they may be featured our newest stuff.
Our new stuff's coming. It's called more than likely. I'm liking the word rant. I'm liking the rant and Raven, honestly.
We'll discuss the title in the next episode because I have a funny thing about the Rant and Raven.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah. So once again, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, comment below what you guys think is going to happen with the games. Let us know, man. We'll make sure to reply back to you guys. Tell your mom and daddy, family, friends, whoever, come hit the subscribe button, man. We're always welcoming new people to join on this podcast journey with us. I think that's about all I got to say.
Let's do it.
All right, roll Tide
and War Eagle.
See you guys.